£500,000 in prize money over the last couple of years, Damon Heta. Could have been more, could have been a lot more, were it not for a disappointing exit for the World Championship, having been 3-1 up to Luke Woodhouse.
98.
Well, Damon has put up more ton plus averages in these events than any other player in the Players' Championship since getting his tour card. So heavy scoring. The Heat has it handled. His doubling's been decent
96.
as well over the last 12 months. Looking to make a hot start here.
I think, seen similar stats, I think he's
58
plus averages at a better rate than even Michael van Gerwen in PDC darts. Not by much, but that is saying something.
150.
Watching him closely this morning, he took his time before throwing any darts.
Game shot.
And patience pays off in the opening leg as Damon pins it to go 1 up. Sometimes if you can get off to a quick start, you can catch other players cold.
100.
Clemens really could have used the bullseye last start there to leave a 2-darter. As it is, now Damon Heta, he's considering tops.
There's one of them.
80.
Not quite. Just a little deflection. So Gabriel with 101 to pull a leg back. Got a dart.
Game
and
shot.
he pins it. Does he play better with or without a moustache?
Well,
59.
going on the stats, I think there's very little difference. I think it's more of an aesthetic choice. Hang about. Can't find the treble 13. There was a ridiculous
91.
theory going around, you know, basically anybody who's not that keen on Damon Heta going, why is he doing all the silly walk-ons? He should concentrate on his darts. Yeah, his results have been similarly brilliant, despite.
180.
Great visit. What does it mean? What does it mean, Gabriel? Does it mean anything at all? Maybe it does. Maybe
30.
it does.
Double 4 then.
Game shot.
Finds it. Well, decided
100.
to stay at the top of the board to leave himself 64. Gabriel chasing a 180 here. Yes, he can.
180.
It's a bit more intensity on Damon. Great first start.
Game shot.
Superb second dart.
Damon
And
Heta.
it wraps up a comfortable victory for Damon Heta, who wins against Gabriel Clemens. Just next door, was in again there briefly.
135.
Managed to find the treble 20 again with that final dart. Such a spearing throw Kai got up.
100.
Snappy action.
96.
He had Stephen Bunting in a spot of bother at the World Championship. Was in the lead, and then it all sort of fell apart for him. Admittedly, Bunting played very well as he turned the game around. Rees, I think, has lost a flight.
Not snapped a barrel, has he?
$82.
So Kai will return for the chance at double 4. He's looking to put himself in the best position.
98. Game shot.
No nonsense.
$134.
Another fresh face in Adam Lipscomb. He's 2-0 up as well against Andy Bolton.
42. $32.
come back for a chance at double top. Kai.
60.
So this for 3-1.
Should be able to use that. And does. There we go, 17 darter. Kai Gotthardt, 3 legs on the spin, and the German is halfway to picking up the win in his first match as a PDC Tour card holder. There you can see he's had pretty much twice the number of darts at double as Rhys Griffin. He's pretty much twice as effective when he gets it. Chervinsky's in a close one. Weber's in a close one. Max Hopp is not really in a close one. He's just got a second leg. He's 4-2 down, though, to Karel Sedlarczyk.
171. $88.
Needed that second to nestle next to the first. The third one has done. So 96 for Kai. Looking for
40.
2 stabs at double 19. We'll be back for 35.
Game shot.
Well in, and we're 3-3. Game has gone back and forth. The pendulum has swung. Now it's back in the favour of Rhys Griffin. Van Hendrik is 3-1 up as well in his game. It's Stephen Burton.
134.
Similarly tight affair between Rusty Jake Rodriguez and Max Czerwinski as well.
100.
Yeah, sensible play from Gotthardt there. Griffin was on a finish. He might have started on the bullseye. Almost certainly would have done. But with him not on a finish, he knew that one treble playing on the 20s, as long as he stayed straight, would leave him on double 16. He has got his wish, and he's got time as well. And he's got a 2-leg lead, and he is 1 leg away from picking up his first win as a tour card holder, at least on the pro.
$140.
Well, Kai in control of this leg.
59.
And that trebleless visit from Rhys will do him a favour.
98.
It's worked out okay there, Kai. I'm sure he would prefer to stay on the 20s, but there was no hesitation in going down to the 19s.
60.
And in the end, straying into the 7 segment. It's not harmed him too much because he's still got single to double here. Oh, my word, okay, double 16.
50.
Well, that was bold because there's always a danger hitting the bullseye, but maybe he felt he'd obscured enough of it that was unlikely. And look, if Rhys Griffin's only halfway down from 501, you can kind of do what you want. There's a match start missed.
135.
He will get more. There is some pressure. Will it matter? No, it won't. Kai Gotthardt kicks off life as a tour card holder with a 6-4 win over Rhys Griffin. The tunnel is through round 1. He has averaged, what, 92 there, 40% on doubles. It is good, but will it be good enough to stop the Aussie #1 Damon Heta in round 2?
$105.
Really does fly around the board, Danny Lauby, and when it's going well, it is really sort of seductive. You're dead good. You're really good at this, Danny Lauby. Really good at this. 14 dart start.
$140.
Well, there's not much between him in the averages, but right now you'd have to say that Danny Lauby is looking just as good as the 3-time Grand Slam champion and former world champion Gerwyn Price. But he might trail at the end of this. Price took out the 106 in leg 2. Can he take the 108 in leg 5? 417s leaves tops, and he can't get the second one, and he is fuming.
52.
Puff of the cheeks from the Iceman. Can Danny keep his composure here for 98? There's 60 of them.
Game shot.
And there's the remaining 38 with double 19. And it puts Danny in the lead by 3 legs to 2.
The seeded players we've seen lose today, all top seeds so far. In Chisnell, Schindler, Ryan Searle, Gary Anderson, all in the same half of the draw, the top half of the draw. This is the bottom half of the draw. This is board 16 of the 16 we've got. So boards 1 to 8 in one half of the draw, 9 to 16 in the other.
45.
Just to update you, by the way, Bo Greaves' first Pro Tour event ended in defeat in round 1.
19.
As Gerwyn Price misses a couple of darts. Now this is going to really sting for the Iceman if this goes.
$125.
Himself an opportunity, Danny, but Edwin now on double 3. But he's just going to bust.
Score.
And another puff of the cheeks, audible from the former world champion.
Game
Danny
shot.
finds the double 18, which means he is now 4-2. And with the darts to make it potentially 5-2.
2 apiece there. Peter Wright, not in the Premier League. One little World Series cameo so far this year, averaging 111. 2-1 down to Adam Hunt.
Darts, eh?
In it.
58.
Dirk van Duijvenbode, 3-0 up on Ian White. Michael Smith, what a massive year it is for him as Gerwyn Price can't get the 1-2-7 started. Michael Smith trailing Dimitri Vandenberg. Dimitri Vandenberg, Michael Smith in round 1. Brutal. And Mike De Decker, he's had a lot to say. World Grand Prix champion, 2-0 down to the first ever tour card holder from Switzerland, Stefan Belmont, who's averaging 103. Price, great marker. Great dart, back-to-back legs on tops for Gerwyn Price, where he's left it after 4 visits to the board, then pinned it with very little bother. Just to stop the Iceman from rolling on past him.
140. $60.
Safety first to get a dart at tops.
41.
He has left tops after 12, 3 consecutive legs. The other 2, he's been allowed back to the board to take it out. He's going to be allowed back to the board here, but can he take it out to go into the lead for the first time in this game?
Just under.
Game shot.
Does find it. There's a little release of emotion from Gezi, who sneaks himself in front.
He's got that power, but he is very much has been a glass cannon. Very, very powerful,
100.
but very, very delicate and fragile at the same time. Here, he's shown some real steel. 4-2 down. He's rattled off legs in 13, 14, 15 darts. He's threatening a 12 dart here, which isn't needed. He'll probably leave tops again after 12. He's not going to do that. Or maybe he is.
94, yeah.
Treble 18 will leave tops after 12 for a 4th consecutive leg. And if you do that every leg, you're going to win so many games of darts.
Well, he's got this game of darts in the palm of his hand now. Gerwyn Price.
65.
Needs double 10. He's a long way away there. Dropped his flight in the process as he yanks those darts out of the board. Big fish opportunity for Danny. 1, 2, and now the bullseye. Oh, just north. It's a great effort from Danny, and that would have stung the Iceman. Now 5s. And he does eventually
and the match
find the double required to see off Danny Lauby. 6-4. Gerwyn Price had to toil, but he got the job done. And success for the Welshman.
Concerning times for the bully boy.
140. Scored. Yes. $87.
So 1-2-1 left for Geeraets. There's 51. And the bullseye
96.
would have been impressive. Back to Patrick.
$38.
Not far away at all.
Double 8 for a break.
Game shot.
Sneaks one in the corner there. Geeraets van der Waal. Patrick Geeraets punished. Geeraets van der Waal is going to have his customary look at a big combo finish.
$100.
So 1-3-1 this time for Geeraets. Lost a few points on the floor there.
99.
Set himself up beautifully with the remaining two.
Bit unfortunate there, because I think the first half fell out of the treble. Looked like 3 perfectly thrown darts for Geeraets, just one didn't stick. How about this? Well, he's gone the hard route, Patrick, there, but he has taken it out. 82 left with 2 darts to go. Bull double 16 is bold, but it pays off on this occasion. Geeraets van der Waal is left stranded on 32, and he only leads 3-2. We're back on throw in this game.
Or can Geeraets use this as the opportunity to take out a ton plus checkout for the first time in this match?
93.
Not on this occasion, but will leave himself double 4 whilst Patrick's back on 156.
$100.
So it's double 4 for 4-2 for Geeraets van der Waal. Now double 2. Oh, he's
No
bust.
score.
Saw that earlier on today on this particular board. It's double 2 again, this time for Patrick. And this time he finds it. Another rather unorthodox way of going about your business, but for Patrick Geeraets, it's working out all right.
I may bring the ball in now.
32.
Mess. Absolute mess from van der Waal.
$95.
Well, Patrick's given himself a chance. It's need to make sure he doesn't get that opportunity.
Game shot.
And double 17 will ensure that that is the case. I mean, it was there.
Well, look, conventionally, from the 110, if you go on the 19s, hit the single, you move across to the treble 17 to leave tops. He's decided, I assume, that he liked the lie so much on the 19s, he'd stay there, which left the theoretically awkward double 17, but he has done it without breaking any of his rhythm. It's the exact opposite of what
60.
Patrick did earlier on in the game when he had that 74 checkout. He stayed in rhythm, he gave himself the best chance of hitting it. And double 17 for his first ton plus finish of the game, when he'd been threatening to do it all match, it might well be the decisive
60.
moment in this match.
$120.
Well, a decent third dart after he lost the second one. Patrick wants a treble.
60.
Just be the 60. So Geeraets with 144 to win the match.
96.
That will do. Leave single to double for the match. A game which saw Jitse van der Waal win 3 legs on the spin, then Patrick Geeraets win 3 legs on the spin, and might be about to conclude with 3 legs on the spin for the Frisian Viking. 16 for double. Okay, double 16 for double 8. That will do. Double finish brings it to a close and brings the first round action to a close as well. 3 legs won, 3 legs lost, another 3 legs won, and it is Jitse van der Waal who progresses to the second round. As you can see there, just getting so many more opportunities than his opponent. 15 darts at double, got the 6 he needed, 91 average. It's the Iceman for him in round 2.
$100. 97. Game shot.
Superb from Richard Veenstra.
Lots of second and third rounds, some last 16s, the odd quarter-final. But not been pulling up trees, not been posting enormous numbers on a regular basis. Yet this man is the guy who has the record average at Lakeside. How about this for Dobey? Oh,
145.
Misses the bullseye, as Veenstra did in the previous leg. Veenstra will not get a crack at the bullseye on this occasion. Much better leg from Chris Dobey, but he's got to tidy this up.
130. Game
9
shot.
and double 8. Chris Dobey just starting to click into gear. It's these sorts of performances in Players' Championship events
134.
which stand you in such good stead through the course of a season. Stay there.
162.
Himself double 16.
Double. Oh, what a setup shot that is from Richard Veenstra. Gives him darts at double 16 for a 5-3 lead. And the first breaker throw in the match.
Game
and he finds his way to the double to get the break, and things have just got a whole lot easier for Richard Veenstra. He is throwing for the match, and the number 1 on the floor last year, Chris Dobey, a Premier League player this year, of course, in serious danger of losing his opening game on the Pro Tour in 2025.
$139.
Just in the mood, isn't he, Richard, today? Chris looking to chase him.
180.
That will do the job. So 68 left for Richard. Needed
45.
the bullseye to win the match.
He's only going to get 1 dart to save himself. It's not a bad guide. But he cannot find the target, and Richard Veenstra is going to get more match darts. He has missed 1 at the bullseye. He plumps for tops. And Veenstra takes out Dobey, the number 7 seed here today, the top performer in the floor events last year, is gone before round 3. Richard Veenstra averages in 3 figures for the 2nd game running. He is through to the board final. He might be the top performing player so far here today. Looks like he's going to be difficult to stop. Richie Edhouse, the European champion, has seen off Christoph Ratajski.
180.
As Dirk van Duijvenbode makes it 2 180s from 2 legs. That is ominous. Keen Barry.
140.
Another in there. Double 12.
140.
Very nearly the greatest 138 checkout you ever did see. Doesn't like that one.
10.
Won't be keen on that one either, as Dirk van Duijvenbode eyes up double 12 for 2-0.
Game shot.
And gets it. Back-to-back 14 darters for the Aubergenius.
Is somewhat a Willie O'Connor move to get them to start going the other way, but in order to do that, you need to shift the grip backwards.
Well, he's gone to, looks like a hard stem and flight combo, which are marginally heavier than your
139.
traditional ones. So that might change the slight weight balance of the dart. So it might not, but how hard is that to throw the dart when you're holding it in a different way after you've been used to doing it
131.
one way for so long?
For so long. Very, very difficult. This must be something he's done for at least a month, and possibly something he was doing
96.
whilst playing at the end of last season. This is maybe a work in progress.
Oh, how about this? How about this double 10? Oh,
Game
look at this, Keen Barry, right back in this game now. Dirk van Duijvenbode missing all those darts for a 3-0 lead. Now it's 2 apiece. Needs at least one treble. Oh, that's perfect. It's a bad visit for Dirk van
100.
Duijvenbode. The result is bad.
Hoisted by his own petard there.
96.
Ironically, if he'd been worse on the treble 20 as a technician, he would have got more. Treble 18 gives him a shot for the match on the bull.
Game
And it doesn't
shot
get much
and
better
the
than that to
match.
finish it
Dirk
off.
Van Duijvenbode.
Dirk van Duijvenbode with a 6-3 win against Dynamite Keen Barry, who is a work in progress at the start of the year, obviously. But he's going to be playing against his countryman in the next round in Richard Veenstra. Interesting board final. On this board, at least. And I honestly can't remember the last time I saw him throwing flights that
98.
weren't red. Maybe this isn't some sort of reaction to the lack of form from Manchester United. I don't know. Maybe it's
41.
superstition.
Maybe his trip up Kilimanjaro has transformed him. Climbed up Mount Kilimanjaro to raise money for charity, Joe Cullen, very recently. As I understand, he won't be doing it again.
Yeah, it's not the kind of thing you do every week.
65.
He does now have the record for the highest bullseye hit in the world.
Game
And he
shot.
does have the first leg of this contest looking very focused, looking relaxed, and looking sharp. In the next 48 hours and beyond.
Well, Joe Cullen
85.
missed 9 darts at double in the previous leg. He is not going to complete the next leg in 9 darts, but he's going to complete it
109.
potentially in 10. It is a bizarre mix of the brilliant and the baffling so far in this game.
140. Game
That
shot.
is how you do it. Great bounce back in how good he's been at the outer ring on total, and he's barely leaving tops and tens.
Yeah. Well, the second leg when he was on double 2, it was breaking down from tops and 10s and then missing inside on the 5s. But Joe Cullen, for the second time in this match, is on a 9 darter.
46.
For the second time in the match, he can't get the 7th dart. But it won't really matter if he continues to
60.
score like this at the start of legs. He's going to get chances. He is so much better than Luke Littler in this game.
55.
It is for a breaker throw,
Game shot.
and it's clinical for a second 11 darter in this match. He will now believe that this game is his. There's still plenty to do. Cullen looks really relaxed,
135.
and that's because he could be on the cusp of being 3 ahead and within 501 points of the next round.
Winner to face Jan van Veen or Adam Hunt. It's 4-3 to the young
79.
Dutchman in that one. Double 16. Next door.
34.
Hold the phone. Something might be changing. Not quite. That was a really
88.
interesting choice. That first start was a bit wobbly, and it covered most of the bed.
Game shot.
But Joe Cullen is covering the spread. He's 3 ahead.
$91.
2 treble visit here for Cullen, or a 3 treble visit. Oh my word. It is superb from Joe Cullen. It's half a dozen maximums from him. He leaves a 2-darter.
He's got his chance. Littler has just seen that Cullen is on 72 to beat him.
Staying on the 20s. Gives him a match start at double 16. And the world champion is beaten, and deservedly beaten. It has not been a good day for Luke the Nuke Littler. He got away with some below par performances in rounds 1 and 2, but he was not going to get away with that one against Cullen, who has averaged 95, hitting half a dozen 180s and missing more than 3/4 of his darts at double. But it is Cullen who is through to the last 16.
So Dedeker 6 darts from here. Saw Joe Cullen take out the big fish over on streaming board 2 earlier on. Seen a lot of big finishes over on streaming board 2 today.
Well, Joe Cullen, his first round match against Greg Ritchie. Ritchie missed the ball for a 170 in the last leg, decided to win it. A couple of hours later, Cullen's still going. Oh, how about this?
96.
Misses outside on the double 8, Mike Dedeker, but Humphries needs 3 perfect darts here. And he can't get it going.
No, so Dedeker,
91.
who's been wasteful thus far on the outer ring, tidies up with a nice shot at double 8 and leads by 2 legs to 1.
36 left. Of course, it's 36 left. That is a picture-perfect 180, something of a trademark for Mike Dedeker. However, 167 will not go. It's a nice setup, but Dedeker for a 4th consecutive leg against the top-ranked player in the world.
Double 9. Oh, now
18.
Another wire kissed, but the wrong side. 2 14s. That looks friendly. Well, how's that not gone in?
14.
Unbelievable. Look at that. That's going to make a GIF or a meme or whatever they're called these days, surely.
Both. I've never seen a man look so convinced. Luke Humphries has banished himself to the shadow realm.
14.
Mike Dedeker continues missing. Luke Humphries has to recall himself from the realm of mist and shadows to try and win the leg. And he finally does in this bizarre game between the best player in the world and one of the real rising stars. Well, it mightn't be rising. He's already risen. He's World Grand Prix champ. They're both averaging 82 and 83.
100.
Turn gets him down to a 1 treble combo. Important little passage of play, this.
65.
Well, it does leave a finish. It doesn't require a treble. This is on. Surely not. Oh, that's disgusting. That shouldn't be allowed. That is absolutely rancid from Luke Humphries. Big 7, treble 17 bull in a game where they have been dodging doubles all the way through. Ridiculous stuff. I mean, Watermaner was good. In fact, Woodhouse has just beaten Wessel Nyman 6-4 from 3-0 down.
180.
As Dedeker makes it 5 maximums in this game, but he is powerless to stop Humphries getting some kind of a shot for the leg.
91.
Going to be a 136. And this would be for the break, and Humphries would then throw for the match.
56.
Not a great deal of pressure either here. Humphries then. Oh, first start. Surely he follows that one, and he does. 2 8s for a 136 out. And a breaker throw. Well, it's a second ton plus out for Humphries. It's the highest finish of the game, and it means now that Humphries is throwing for the match.
Things are going Humphries' way. He's having the rub of the green.
140.
He is now 3 darts away from victory. Not the easiest finish, but
40.
That's a terrible last start from De Decker. So 6 starts at 99 for a place in the quarterfinals. 80 needed, went tops, so he will be back 4 tops for the match.
Yeah, a pretty conservative effort for the tops. Just making sure if he missed, he'd missed inside, so he can come back with 3 darts at double top.
57.
3 darts at double 18 and double 9 for a 4-1 lead in this game, Mike De Decker. And he has just lost 6-4. The World Grand Prix champion is beaten by the man he took the Grand Prix title from. Cool hand Luke Humphries is nowhere near his best today. Just like Luke Littler, the world champion's been nowhere near his best. But whereas Littler succumbed, Humphries is still going. He's through to the quarterfinals. Gilding still hasn't won one of these. That UK Open is his sole victory in terms of titles in PDC darts. His career ended with just that. It would still be some achievement, beating Van Gerwen in a major final.
139.
At Woodhouse, 108 then. To hold his throw. Great first start. Single needed. Double 16 for a 108 out.
76.
So opportunity here for Gilding to break the throw.
Single 12. Leaves double top.
Game shot.
And it is found. Andrew Gilding, if he is going to win this game, if he is going to win this title here today, double top, you would think, is going to play a very, very big part in it. And when you speak to him, it's all about, he used to think he was just lucky to be playing these guys. So if he went behind, that's 60. That chance gone. I've messed it up again. I needed to start well. Now he genuinely believes if he plays his proper game, he can beat anyone. Saw him come from behind to beat Damon Heta at the World Championship, despite Heta hitting a 9-darter against him.
133.
Which Luke celebrated just as much as Damon did.
Yeah, maybe a bit more.
Yeah, must have thought he was on halves, I don't know. Here's the 164 out. Not quite. So Woodhouse will be back for 50.
98.
Two 16s. More
18.
missed darts, and Woodhouse not happy with that.
Options. Goes treble 10 for double 18. And
Game
takes
shot.
it out very, very nicely. Andrew Gilding leads this one 3-0 with a double break. Humphries dragging his average up to 100. But Andrew Gilding...
140.
Going to get a chance for 4-0. Woodhouse on a bogey number.
83.
Right, 103 for 4-0 for Gilding. Great first start. Tops for the 103 out. Brilliant, brilliant from Gilding. Not a flicker of emotion on his face, just a routine 103 checkout for Goldfinger's 2 away. Oh, I saw a leg earlier on. Dimitri van den Berg was on 32. Michael Smith was on, I think it's 340, and he took it out in 6 darts. Van den Berg missed, and he won the leg. So you should never give in. Look, it looks an impossible situation, but we know in this sport anything can happen.
100.
Yeah, look, we have seen players just speed up their throws, trying, if they're not playing well, try and get something going, but it just doesn't look like that with Luke today. And Andrew Gilding is showing no mercy because he is aiming to crush him beneath his mighty golden thumb.
71. $99.
Double 10 then. Wasn't quite sure how to follow that, to be honest, Dan. Now then. Oh, nicely done. Nicely done from Gilding. He's now 1 away. The potential to get a little bit sticky, but he hits it. And look at that, 5 from 12 against 1 of 7. Gilding in the red bit. Can he find another big treble? Well, he too goes into the wrong side of that treble 19 wire, but he's down to a finish to win the match.
Much better from Luke Woodhouse there.
83.
I know he's missed, but he gave himself a chance. It didn't work out. But some application from him there. Unfortunately, it may be done and dusted in this visit. It won't be.
49.
Well, this would be a real skin saver here for Woodhouse. He's in. Can he follow it in again? Yes, he can. Double 19 to stay alive. Brilliant. Magnificent from Woodhouse. Snatches the leg away from Gilding. And it's a breaker throw. And Woodhouse is back in this quarterfinal. Gilding here with a ton or near enough will leave a finish. Great dart.
100.
He's going to get a shot, albeit a big one for the match.
$134.
Leaves that 90 that he took out a couple of legs ago. Treble 17. Andrew Gilding to win it and stop the comeback. That is exactly what he's done.
And the match.
Goldfinger snuffs out Woodhouse's hopes, wins it with a 1-6-1 on the bullseye, and the former UK Open champion completes the semi-final lineup in the first Pro Tour event of the year. That 98 average and the brilliant 1-6-1 from Gilding, following a 1-5-8, which made it look like Woodhouse might be on the comeback trail, means that we have 4 players in the semi-finals, every one of them a major champion. But Gilding, yet to win on the Pro Tour, could today be that magical golden day?
Yeah, it's been some run for Cullen, for Humphries. I think fair to say he's been nowhere near his best today, but that's a sign of a good player when they're not at the best and they're still winning.
96.
You're not wrong. You can win a tournament when you're not at your best. Everybody has to take notice of that.
134.
Great cover from Luke. So Cullen immediately needing champagne. Very nearly pops it.
Wasn't a million miles off, was it? Here comes Humphries, 18 for double 16.
75.
He wires a chance to take out the opening leg.
Game shot.
And they are the kind of chances that when you get them, you can't scupper them. An immediate break for Cullen, who's looked really focused today. His running streak of over 90 consecutive European Tour events is at risk this week. But if he wins this game, he may just be automatically in 2 European Tour events as a result.
100.
Well, that's a nice look from Humphries. Cullen against the throw here is just hoping that Humphries will miss. Well, he whacks in a 180 just in case. He's second of the match so far. But it's in vain as Humphries holds. And it's 2-1.
7.
In 2022.
Makes you wonder. You mentioned that mountain climbing.
180.
You just don't know. Might have just needed something to freshen up his mind, something to freshen up his attitude. I don't know what it is, but he's come back and he looks on song again.
Yeah, some people, they need to escape. They need to clear their head and get as far away from darts as possible. Well, Eastern Africa is quite a long way from darts.
91.
It is. 47 here. 15 for double 16, and that double 16 is being found with regularity here. Cullen leads 3 legs to 1. Cullen is first in. 1-4-3. He's got 6 at it.
60.
Only 60, so there's a chance here for Humphries.
58.
Hates that last start. Doesn't get him under 100. So Cullen is now looking at 66. Oh, yeah. Right out of the top draw.
Look, Humphries here. And it's not often you get to say that as he fires in a 180. He's been overpowered at the moment. This would be a great way to move within one. Can he find a bedfellow? He can. Tops for 6-2. Not quite.
40.
But yet again, he's on the small number, and Humphries is on the ton plus finish. Double 16.
Game shot.
Second crack at it, and this time he gets it. It's really hard to dispose of a world champion.
Maybe not quite as intense as the Masters or the Premier League. I'll give you that.
Maybe that's the trick then. He just needed a few darts at the top of a hill with no intensity.
97.
Plenty of intensity in this game. Not even a breath being heard in the cubicle. And now we look like we might have a tied game. And we said Humphries is very good at coming back.
171.
That's a great layup, but it might not be enough. This for the breaker throw would have been a 10-dart leg. It's an 11-dart leg, and that is a 3-leg burst from Luke Humphries that levels up this match. Joe Cullen missed 1 dart, and he's not had a sniff in the last 2 legs.
This is breathless.
95.
Has he got this in the locker? I wonder. He can't wonder anymore.
58.
Well, he's left the 109 that Humphries checked out in leg 8, but 87 here to go in front. Great first start and a great second dart as well. This is some spell of form from Luke Humphries. 6 darts from here, though. Great last start. He's on a finish. He's going to get a chance to win it.
100.
It's only a ton. Both on ton plus finishes. Can one of these players take it out to win and make the final?
Bullseye he needs, and he's just north of the target, so Humphries will come back for 109. Treble 19 he's got to get, and he doesn't. So Joe Cullen will be
57.
back to make it to Players' Championship Final 1.
Game
He's
shot
made it.
and the match.
A tremendous semi-final. It's not revenge because of what they've been through before, but this is an immense start to 2025 for the rock star, who showed great courage to take that game out with 105 average against the world #1 and former world champion, but 50% on the doubles proved to be good enough, and it wasn't good enough for Humphries. Cullen wins the semi by 7 legs to 6 and will play either Cross or Gilding in the final today. Well, that's the complexity of 268. You only need 1 treble to get to a finish, but if you get that treble second with the 18s, you still need something else.
140.
Cullen down to 54 after 12. Rob Cross hoping just to put a bit of pressure
95.
on the Yorkshireman, which he does. So 54 then. 14 for tops for Cullen. 2 10s. Well, he didn't miss too many times in that semi-final with Humphries, but he's missed there.
Yeah, he was 50% on his doubles in that semi-final, just like Humphries. Double 12. This is a fascinating move from Rob Cross for me. Never goes 45-36.
Game shot.
He knows exactly what to do. He tries to compartmentalise his game into 3 trebles. 20s, 19s and 18s. Anything else, it's the emergency button. And it's 26 darts for the first 2 legs for Cross.
And crucially for Cullen, and you mentioned this before, this good run will have further implications,
99.
positive implications for him in future weeks.
Absolutely. He's looking at the bull if he wants it, but he won't.
92.
Sensible. Experienced. And he will be ready for the next one. But by making the final, he is provisionally now in
56.
the International Darts Open and the German Darts Grand Prix.
Like to get this double 16 put away at this visit. What can he see? He's gone left, he's gone right, he's going back left again. And he can't find it, but crucially, he will be back. But that's 5 darts now at a double for Joe Cullen. He's not hit one of them.
I just wonder as well, with every dart he misses at double, does that dent his belief in how clinical he might have to be later in the final?
Game shot. Number
Absolutely
4
not
for
on
the
that
red.
occasion.
Well, Rob Cross is looking to hit Joe Cullen straight back here.
92.
He's on a finish. Cullen here.
Can't stay on 19s.
59.
Good thinking. That switch was a bit mysterious. He was always going to have to go back to the 20s there.
100.
Well, that's a tremendous last start from Rob.
Yeah, already been successful on the 18s, and he's going to be coming back. And it would be
100.
a 3rd successive opportunity here for Cross. There you
Game shot
go.
on the 6th
It is
leg.
another break. A 3rd of the match so far. A big passage of play in this final.
98.
Down to the big fish.
Bit of a timeout here for Joe. I think he understands that he's going to need to take 262 and 6 if he gets a chance to. And those darts weren't
29.
happening in previous games.
He's missed a lot of darts at double. We've not seen that from him so far today. Not done yet.
59.
That's not the greatest visit in the world from Cross. So Cullen here, get at 133 minimum you would feel here. He might be looking at more than that. That is a great visit from
171.
Cullen. Puts the pressure right on Rob Cross.
Immense thinking, great execution. But what happens next? No treble. And Joe
99.
gets his chance to hold to start this comeback.
It's going to be 1 dart at double 16 for a holder throw, and it's right in the bottom corner. And Joe Cullen comes off the ropes there to get the 8th leg. He is only 1 break behind. He's a mile behind in the averages, but if he could break the cross throw here, although that's looking more and more unlikely given that start.
180.
A big passage of play in this final.
98.
Down to the big fish.
Bit of a timeout here for Joe. I think he understands that he's going to need to take 262 and 6 if he gets a chance to. And those darts weren't
29.
happening in previous games.
He's missed a lot of darts at double. We've not seen that from him so far today. Not done yet.
59.
That's not the greatest visit in the world from Cross. So Cullen here, get at 133 minimum you would feel here. He might be looking at more than that. That is a great visit from
171.
Cullen. Puts the pressure right on Rob Cross.
Immense thinking, great execution. But what happens next? No treble. And Joe
99.
gets his chance to hold to start this comeback.
It's Going to be one dart at double 16 for a holder throw, and it's right in the bottom corner. And Joe Cullen comes off the ropes there to get the 8th leg. He is only 1 break behind. He's a mile behind in the averages, but if he could break the cross throw here, although that's looking more and more unlikely given that start from Voltage.
That's the thing you don't want to see. And here, when you're trying to come back into a match.
140.
You just got to find a way to stay with your opponent when they're playing their best stuff. That's an example of it. He maxes, you get a 140. Just stay in touch as long as you can.
134.
This is great levels from Cross. But Cullen, credit to him, is digging deep here. Great visit.
Head-to-head between these two is very tight. 8 for Cross, 7 for Cullen. Cross has won the last 2, but they haven't met for 18 months.
58.
They've never met in a final before. They met in the semi-finals of the European Championship in 2021.
128.
This would be crucial if Cross can find it. If he gets a 57, he might look at 2 double 18s.
Shot still on. Got to hit treble 20. Oh, he does. Bullseye. This would be a hammer blow. Joe Cullen is hoping here.
Game
But
shot
hope.
on the 9th leg.
It always gets you in the end. Even Rob Cross acknowledges that was a big moment. He's looking for a fist bump from Joe Cullen. He gets one, but it's a begrudging one from Joe Cullen, who thought he was going to get the chance to break there. It's not done yet, but that was a brilliant, brilliant finish from Cross.
Absolutely right.
100.
Probably a good thing. Or 5-0 against someone playing as well as Rob is. That's tough.
Yeah, well, we know these players can reel off multiple legs, but the problem at the moment is Cross is still
133.
producing immense levels of darts. And Cullen here, I think maybe senses he's starting
140.
to run out of time. This to move within 1.
He knows he's close. And he will not throw until he's comfortable.
Game shot on the 10th.
And there's a lesson in itself. When you feel good, you throw. When you aren't, don't. If you think this is good, how about when he won Players' Championship 19 in Dublin in 2017, his rookie season? He beat Peter Wright in a final, 6-2, averaging 113. Grabbing people
89.
by the neck and saying, do you know who I am? Well, we know who you are, Rob. Might just be winning the Players' Championship
83.
once again.
Can he do it here and now? Possible 11 dart leg to really wrap it up in style. Will he use that as a marker? Well, he tried to. He knows he'll be back. Joe Cullen, nothing he can do from 184. It's pick your double time, Rob.
56.
Well, this effort from Joe has been valiant. But it does look like he's coming up 1 short. With Rob on double 18 to win,
54.
maybe the next thing is inevitable.
Double 18, been pretty good up this area of the board. He always is pretty good up this area of the board. This for the title. Just the reset. Inside now then. Is there hope for Cullen? No,
Good
there
shot.
isn't.
And
Rob
the
Cross
match. Rob
finishes it
Cross.
off in style, winning by 8 legs to 3. The rock star was very, very good throughout the day today, but in the final it was Voltage who had just too much for him, averaging 104.6, 40% on the outer ring, 5 180s. It's the 10th Players' Championship title for Rob Cross, who's beaten Cullen by 8 legs to 3.